Have you ever felt like you're just going through the motions, waking up each day without a clear direction? It's like driving a car without knowing the destination. You're on the road, but something's missing. Imagine waking up every morning with a fire in your belly, knowing exactly what you're meant to do. What if I told you that finding your purpose could be just 5 steps away? Picture this. You've spent years searching, feeling lost, but the answer is right in front of you. Each step you take brings you closer to that aha moment, that feeling of clarity that transforms your life. But how do you even begin? What if the key to unlocking your true potential lies in understanding who you are at your core? Every journey starts with a single question, and that question can change everything. Are you ready to dive deep into your passions, your values, and your dreams? With every second, you have the chance to reshape your destiny. So, let's embark on this adventure together. Trust me, by the end, you won't just see the light. You'll be ready to chase it. Let's go. Self-assessment and personal reflection, there's something really powerful about taking a step back and looking at your life from a different angle. I often find myself diving into a personal evaluation, trying to identify what truly excites me. Interests and passions aren't always obvious. Sometimes they're buried under the routine of everyday life. I've learned that when I take the time to reflect on what I genuinely enjoy, it opens up a whole new perspective, allowing me to connect with my skills and talents in unexpected ways. Thinking about significant moments in my past has also been eye-opening. I remember certain experiences that shaped who I am today, those pivotal times when I felt a surge of joy or accomplishment. It's fascinating how these memories can serve as guideposts, showing me what I value most and what truly resonates with my inner self. When I analyze those moments, I often discover patterns that point me toward my future. Sometimes, I write down these reflections to clarify my thoughts. I jot down what makes me feel alive, what I could do for hours without getting tired, and what I might consider my superpowers. This practice not only helps me understand myself better, but it also serves as a reminder of the unique qualities I bring to the table. It's a bit like creating a map of my inner landscape, guiding me toward potential paths I might want to explore. Definition of values and principles. Understanding my values has been a journey in itself. I've come to realize that knowing what's most important to me acts as a compass in my life. It's not just about what sounds good on paper. It's about what resonates deeply within me. For example, I've discovered that authenticity and connection are 2 values I hold dear. When I align my actions with these principles, I feel more fulfilled and grounded. Reflecting on what I want to prioritize has also helped me filter out distractions. When I encounter choices or challenges, I can quickly ask myself, does this align with my core values? This question acts as a litmus test, guiding my decisions and helping me stay focused on what truly matters. It's empowering to have a clear sense of direction, especially when life throws curveballs. Moreover, defining my values serves as a foundation for building meaningful relationships. I've noticed that when I express my principles openly, it attracts like-minded individuals into my life. These connections deepen my sense of belonging and create an environment where I can thrive. It's incredible how shared values can foster strong bonds and support systems. Incorporating my values into daily life isn't always easy, but it's rewarding. I strive to make choices that reflect these principles, whether it's in my personal relationships or professional endeavors. This commitment to living authentically brings a sense of purpose, making each day feel more intentional. Lastly, revisiting my values periodically is essential. Life changes, and so do I. By reassessing what truly matters, I can ensure that I'm not just going through the motions but actively crafting a life that aligns with my evolving self. It's a dynamic process that keeps me engaged and motivated on my journey. Definition of values and principles. When I think about my values and principles, I realize how essential they are in shaping my life. It's like having a compass that guides me through the maze of choices I face daily. One of the first steps I took was to sit down and really reflect on what matters most to me. Is it honesty, compassion, family, or perhaps personal growth? I found that understanding these core values helps me make decisions that align with who I truly am. It's not always easy, but recognizing what I stand for has brought clarity to many complex situations. Establishing my principles has also been a journey. I often ask myself questions like, what would I never compromise on? Or what principles do I want to pass on to others? These reflections have led me to create a personal manifesto of sorts. This manifesto serves as a reminder of my commitments, not just to myself but to those around me. It's comforting to have this foundation. It gives me a sense of purpose and conviction in my actions, especially when life throws curveballs my way. Moreover, I've come to realize that my values can evolve over time. Experiences change us, and sometimes what felt paramount in one phase of life may shift in another. Being attuned to these changes is crucial. I try to revisit my values regularly, ensuring they still resonate with who I am. This practice keeps me grounded and aligned with my true self, helping me navigate life's complexities with a sense of integrity. Having a clear set of values also enhances my relationships. When I'm honest about what I believe in, it fosters open communication with others. Friends and family come to understand my motivations, and I, in turn, learn about theirs. This mutual respect for each other's values creates deeper connections and a supportive network, which is invaluable in both personal and professional realms. Ultimately, defining my values and principles has become a cornerstone of my identity. It's not just about knowing what I stand for, it's about living it every day. By keeping these values at the forefront of my decisions and actions, I find a greater sense of fulfillment and direction in life. Exploration of possibilities and opportunities. As I embark on the journey of exploring possibilities and opportunities, I often find myself at a crossroads. The world is vast, filled with roads I've yet to travel. I've learned that research is an invaluable tool in this exploration. Whether it's looking into different career paths or personal growth opportunities, digging deep into what's out there opens my eyes to options I never considered. I've spent countless hours reading articles, watching videos, and even talking to people who have treaded those paths before me. Each conversation is like a breadcrumb leading me to new insights. Trying out new activities and hobbies has also been a game changer for me. Initially, I approached this with a bit of trepidation. What if I fail or discover I'm not good at something? However, I soon realized that the goal isn't necessarily to excel. It's about the experience itself. I've dabbled in painting, cooking, and even hiking. Each new activity has not only been a source of joy, but has also revealed hidden passions I didn't know I had. It's in these moments of exploration that I feel most alive, embracing the spontaneity of life. Another aspect of this exploration is being open to taking risks. Stepping outside my comfort zone has led to some of the most rewarding experiences. For instance, volunteering for a cause I care about introduced me to like-minded individuals and sparked interests I never knew I had. It's amazing how putting myself out there creates a ripple effect, opening doors I didn't even know existed. Every opportunity seized is a chance to learn something new about myself. I also make it a point to reflect on these experiences. After trying something new, I take a moment to assess how it felt and what I gained from it. Did it ignite a passion? Did it teach me something valuable? This reflection helps me weed out the activities that truly resonate with me and steer me away from those that don't. It's like curating my own personal growth journey, one step at a time. In the end, the exploration of possibilities is a continuous process. I've come to embrace the notion that it's okay not to have everything figured out. Each new avenue I explore contributes to my growth and understanding of myself. The more I open myself to experiences, the more I realize that life is a tapestry woven from countless threads of exploration and opportunity. Establishing goals and objectives, one of the first things I realized on my journey was the importance of setting clear goals and objectives. It's like navigating a ship without a destination. You might drift for a while, but you'll end up anywhere but where you want to be. So, I sat down one day and thought about what I truly wanted. I made a list of both short-term and long-term goals. Short-term goals gave me that immediate sense of achievement, while long-term goals kept me focused on the bigger picture. Once I had my goals, I crafted a plan of action. This part was crucial because it transformed my aspirations into tangible steps. I broke down each goal into smaller, manageable tasks. For instance, if my goal was to pursue a new career, I would list things like updating my resume, networking, and applying to jobs. Seeing these steps on paper made everything feel more attainable, less overwhelming. It's amazing how writing things down can clarify your thoughts and intentions. I also learned to be specific with my goals. Instead of saying, "I want to be fit," I stated, "I'll work out 3 times a week for 30 minutes. This specificity gave me a clear target to aim for. And let's be honest, it's much easier to measure progress when you have a defined goal. As I ticked off each task, I felt a surge of motivation that kept me going. However, I discovered that setting goals isn't a one-and-done deal. Life has a way of throwing curveballs, and sometimes what you thought you wanted might change. So, I made it a point to revisit my goals regularly. This constant assessment allowed me to see what was working and what wasn't. It's okay to pivot. In fact, it's necessary if you want to stay true to yourself. In the end, establishing goals and objectives became a dynamic part of my life. It's not just about reaching the destination. It's about enjoying the journey and learning from each step along the way. I found that as I grew and evolved, so did my goals. And that's what kept the fire of ambition alive. Continuous evaluation and adjustment now. Let's talk about the importance of continuous evaluation and adjustment in this whole process. I can't emphasize enough how vital it is to keep an eye on your goals as you move forward. At first, I thought I could just set my goals and forget about them. But soon enough, I realized that life is unpredictable, and what seemed crucial at one point might not hold the same weight later on. So, I started scheduling regular check-ins with myself. Maybe it was once a month or every few months, but I made it a habit to sit down and review my progress. I'd assess whether I was on track, if I needed to adjust my plans, or if I had completely outgrown certain goals. It was during these moments that I often found clarity. Sometimes, I'd discover that a goal I set was no longer aligned with my values or passions, and that's perfectly okay. Being open to change became a game changer for me. If I felt stagnant, I would ask myself, what's not working here? And what can I do differently? This mindset kept me agile and responsive. For example, if a career path didn't feel right anymore, I'd explore new opportunities without the fear of failure. Embracing the idea that it's okay to adjust my goals helped me feel more in control of my journey. I also found that talking to others about my goals and progress was incredibly beneficial. Sharing my experiences and getting feedback from trusted friends or mentors provided me with fresh perspectives. Sometimes they'd suggest avenues I hadn't considered, or they'd remind me of my strengths when I felt uncertain. Having a support system made the evaluation process feel less isolating and more collaborative. Ultimately, continuous evaluation and adjustment transformed my approach to personal growth. Instead of viewing my goals as rigid checkpoints, I began to see them as fluid milestones that could evolve as I did. This mindset not only kept me motivated, but also made the journey itself more fulfilling. Now that we've explored those 5 powerful steps to uncovering your life's purpose, I want you to take a moment and reflect. How do you feel right now? Are you excited? Or maybe even a bit scared? That's completely normal. Remember, finding your purpose is a journey, not a destination. As you move forward, think about this. What small action can you take today that aligns with your newfound insights? Will you journal your thoughts? Reach out to someone who inspires you? Or perhaps take a moment of quiet reflection? Each step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to a life filled with passion and meaning. And here's a thought. What if your purpose evolves over time? Are you prepared to embrace that change? Life is dynamic, and so are we. So, keep asking yourself those big questions. What excites you? What fuels your passion? Before we wrap up, I challenge you. Share in the comments below one action you're committed to taking this week. Let's build a community of purpose-driven individuals together. Remember, you're not alone on this journey. Stay curious, stay engaged, and let your purpose guide you. Until next time, keep shining.